Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of P Valley. Down in the valley where them girls get naked. Hey, if you throwing bands, then you know she gonna shake it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind hard. Okay. Anyway, y'all, we are back with season 2, episode 7, Jackson. Alright, y'all, before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button. Alright, let's just jump right into it. So it opened up with Grandma Ernestine. She up on the stage, child, and this back in the day, because she up there, she got the fro, she got the little swoopty swoop, then she had this big old wig on, then she had another little fro. It was a tight fro though, and then she was just singing. So it was like the Soul Train era, then it looked like it was the 80s, then it looked like it was the 90s, and the same ish going on in each decade. People dancing and then hoes getting money, basically. But then it looked like in the 90s, the pimp was getting the money versus the hoe. Because in the other ones, it looked like the hoes was taking the money, but then this time it was the reverse. But anyway, she's singing, you know, she doing all that other stuff. Then, like, you see her. But before we see her, we see this little kid running through the club, and it's the Pink back in the day. And he goes to his mama, and she like, you see your grandma? She was like, look, Uncle Clifford, you see your grandma up there? I said, we was calling the baby Uncle Clifford back in the day. Now we was calling the baby Uncle Clifford back in the day. Now, was the baby an uncle? What is the origin of his name? Like, can we get it? But anyway, we see her. She on the stage, and it's the present time, and she and her, I think she was in her pajamas. And she basically hallucinating or whatever like that, or dreaming and stuff. And then like this big busty woman come up with a drink, and she was like, come on, it's time for you to rest, come on. And she was like, no, not yet, not baby, not now, baby. And then the lady go back into like wherever she just came from, so that ghost walk away. And then we see Uncle Clifford walking around the pole, and Autumn was coming in. She fussing, talking about, you supposed to meet me outside. I thought you was meeting me outside or whatever like that. I thought you had ghosted me. And then Uncle Clifford was like, I'm not the ghost up in here that you need to worry about or whatever. And so she was like, shouldn't you be home or whatever? She was like, bitch, I am home. I've been sleeping on them couches long before you were sleeping on them couches or whatever. And so Uncle Clifford starts telling her like the background of the club. Like, you trying to sell my club and you think you doing me a favor and stuff like that. But this is history. Like, my great granddaddy got shot over there over playing either pool or cards, one of them. And then his other great grand or his great grand, somebody drank themselves to death. And then Grandma Ernestine was up here just singing her heart out, you know, singing angels to the stage or whatever like that. So you think you doing me a favor or whatever like that. And so Uncle Clifford was like, look, we ain't been at each other heads all week or whatever. What she say? She was like, but let's just talk. Let's talk boss bitch to boss bitch or whatever. Like, I can build, what she say? She was like, I can build me another establishment, but I can't build me another Pink or whatever. And so Autumn like, well, what if we get closed down again? She was like, look, we got the pussy, what she say? We got the pussy partitions up or pussy juice, some shit she said. She was like, be up the code. We got this. She was like, and then what happens when they come? They're going to take the place anyway. They're going to build anyway. I'm trying to get us money for it. Like, because Promised Land just offered me $5 million, but I ain't going to take it. She was like, bitch, what? I mean, good. But no, bitch, what? You ain't taking $5 million. She was like, no, because I want 10. And I'm going to do it for you and your ancestors or whatever. I'm going to get you what you and your ancestors deserve. She was like, bitch, don't do me, okay? Like, this ain't about me. This about you. Like, don't piss in my mouth and call it Kool-Aid. This ain't got nothing to do with me or whatever like that. And she was like, no, this got to do with the money I used to save this club that I lost my daughter for or whatever. And I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'm not going to let my daughter down. And so then Uncle Clifford was like, but Haley, baby, that baby is gone. And so she was sitting there like with the quiver lip and stuff like that. Then we see Mercedes. So in the last episode, not last Friday, but the week before that, because last Friday it didn't come on. Remember, we found out that Terica was pregnant. So she on the phone talking to Shell. Shell don't know that she pregnant or whatever like that. But Terica been staying at Mercedes' house or whatever for a while. So she was like, well, I'm just going to keep off your hands a couple more days or whatever like that. She was like, all right, well, you know, she been there for 2 days. Girl, she been here for 3 days and let her stay here a couple more days. Ain't going to kill you like that. Give her you a little break or whatever. She was like, all right. But don't be having her wearing that floss again. She was like, bitch, don't be talking to me about no floss when you was up there joyriding after drinking 2 boxes of Moscato. Then she hung up on her. So she goes asking Terica, like, what you gonna do? Like, what you finna do with this baby and stuff like that? She was like, well, I don't know. I finished doing my book report. And, you know, I was thinking we can get our nails done. And then maybe we could paint the room a little bit. She was like, bitch, I ain't talking about no HGTV. I'm talking about what you gonna do about that baby. She was like, I don't know. But, you know, I am craving some cookie dough ice cream with some hot sauce. She said, you sure is pregnant. So then she's talking about, well, come on, let's go to TCBY. So then they go on off into the sunset. Murder, we see him on the couch and he's smoking weed or whatever. Of course, he having flashbacks of what happened to Teak. And so we hear Grandma Ernestine, she upstairs hacking her lungs out or whatever. And so she like, I can't go. Something she was saying, like she was talking to some ghost or whatever like that. He was like, no, it's Lil Marcus or whatever. She was like, Lil Marcus? Who the hell is that? She was like, Lil Murder. Oh, okay, I like that. I can call you that. And so he touched her and stuff. Was like, damn, you clammy. She was like, yeah, I know. And so then he started feeding her. She was like, nah, I don't want that stuff that Uncle Clifford made. I don't want that. He was like, no, I made you something else. So he made her some smothered pork chops, some yams, some collard greens. She like, I smell that. It smells good. So then he feed her. And she said she smelled something else. And then he was like, well, I got some peach cobbler in the oven. I said, boy, I love me some peach cobbler. I love any kind of cobbler. Apple cobbler, peach cobbler. Just make me a cobbler. And then put a little whipped cream. Oh, God. Put the little ready. Oh, my God. So she was like, no, that ain't what I'm talking about. I smell death. I smell death on you that night. All that blood. I said, Grandma Ernestine, this not the time, baby. This too soon. It's too soon. But anyway, we see Keyshawn, aka Mississippi, her and Derek and them churn. They going shopping or whatever like that. He talking about he want to go down to the outlet so she can get them Gucci flip-flops or something, he said, child. And then we see Autumn. So Autumn, she peeping on in the store. So she was like, oh, Derek, I gotta go over there and get some more makeup for you, you know. Because it looked like he'd beat her ass again. So I'm like, this nigga got to die. So then Autumn go over there, or they all in the makeup section or like that. She was like, pulling her mask down. She was like, look, I guess you didn't decide to use my gun. She was like, yeah, I tried, but you know, I couldn't. So she was like, well, there's other ways to get out. So let me tell you how Derek had the children for 1.5 seconds and they start crying, Keyshawn. I said, he can't do shit. Like, So of course she got to run off and go get the kids because he having a whole meltdown. Well, his turn. All right. Anyway, we see Uncle Clifford come in the house and it's quiet in there. So you know quiet means trouble, right? So she like, little homicide, Grandma Ernestine, where y'all at? Oh Lord, she done died. Oh Lord, what's going on? He ain't give her inhaler. Oh my God. So little Murder like, calm down. She all right. She just sleeping or whatever like that. And so he was like, not Uncle Murder. Uncle Murder, child. Little Murder was like, you hungry? She was like, yeah, I can eat. So then they go downstairs in the kitchen. She tearing their food up or whatever like that. And so she starts telling her about Autumn and Promised Land, giving her the $5 million or whatever like that. And he like, oh, that's 1.5, 6, 7, 10,000. She was like, okay, little calculator. All right. And she was like, well, you think I'm stupid? I ain't taking it. He was like, look, money come and go or whatever like that. Like, you can't take it with you. She was like, I thought you said you choose money over love. Well, I learned the hard way that some things is more important than money. She was like, okay. And so she was like, yeah, you doing okay? He was like, yeah, I'm doing fine. She was like, oh, okay, but you ain't sound like you was fine on that couch. I heard you crying in your sleep. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. She was like, all right, well, since it looked like you're going to be here a couple more days, I'm going to help you find something to wear. So then she go upstairs. We back with Mercedes and Terica. A child, not Terica listening to WAP talking about weak pull-out game. I said, girl, too soon. So then Mercedes, of course, she turned that radio off about something. You slip up. Next time you slip up, make sure you do it in 72 hours so we can get you that plan B, okay? she was like, oh, so you don't want me to have that baby? She was like, look, how pregnant is you or whatever? She was like, I don't know. See, you won't even know your period. So you know you too early to be having sex or whatever like that. And so she driving past the TCBY, whatever. So Terica looking like, well, where the hell we going? Where we going? She was like, look, girl, you running out of time. We got to get to the clinic. At least we can get a consultation. She was like, a consultation? She was like, yeah. She was like, pull over. So then she started throwing up. So, well, she did end up pulling over at a gas station, and then she started throwing up. And then she was like, well, you ambushed me or whatever like that. She was like, yeah, I had to, because you running out of time. Like, you on a time limit. You don't even know how far along you is, and you got a certain amount of time before you can get this consultation done or whatever. She was like, well, I don't even know if I want to. She was like, don't you want to go to prom or something like that? Don't you want to do this? Don't you want to do that? She was like, She was like, look, you need to get serious about this. And she was like, well, my friend's mama said, if you get an abortion, you gonna get cancer. She was like, cancer? That don't even happen, girl. What you talking about or whatever? She was like, well, I don't know. You think I should get one? She was like, look, I ain't telling you, so you think I should keep it? Look, I ain't telling you what you should do. I need you to know what your options are. Okay, now get your ass in this car. Okay, so then we see Lil Murda. He fixing up the couch or whatever like that, and then he find his phone. He turned his phone back on. Everything blowing up, child. It's promoters, people following him, people tagging him, all this stuff. Tina Snowden followed him. She tagged him in some stuff, and so then Wody was calling him. He missed the phone call, so then he ends up calling Wody. And then he's talking about the tour. He like, where the hell you been at, man? They blowing my phone up. The promoters keep calling me or whatever like that, and all this other stuff. So he like, yeah, tour. You thinking about tour? Who want to be the security, whatever like that? He was like, man, that big teeth thing was it's terrible. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. And he was like, well, he's still in something. I don't know, if I guess in a casket in a morgue. I don't know. And he was like, yeah, I put him in ain't no family come get him yet. I might have to put him in Burroughs' grave. He was like, nah, man, don't do that, because the fireworks gonna be blowing off or something like that. I don't know if he was saying he gonna put him in like a grave where, you know how people don't claim people, so they put him in like this cemetery where it's like the unclaimed. So maybe that's what he was saying. I think that's what he was saying. I rewound it, and then I still couldn't make out what they were saying. So then I'm assuming that's what it was. Y'all let me know what it was, child. And so then Lil Murda hears some noises upstairs. So he like, look, I got to go. I call you back. So then it's I keep calling him Uncle Murda. Uncle Clifford. Getting some clothes for Murder. And so she like, well, I'm trying to find some clothes for your little ass. Like, what you doing up here? He was like, look, I thought you had fell through the floor or something like that. And so she was like, no, I'm just trying to find some clothes for you, whatever like that. And so she got all these clothes, child. Some clothes too big. Some of that's trade a Christmas past. And I think it was like an outfit or something that what was it? Was it a thong or something that reminded? Because it wasn't on the radio or nothing like that. So Uncle Clifford was like, "Okay, Cisco." And so here go Lil Murda talking about Cisco. Don't tell me you don't know. Like, I know who Cisco is. And so they start talking, and then Lil Murda, he looking through the stuff, and then he found like this old Gucci purse, and then Uncle Clifford was like, I had this purse since I was 3, and if anybody had said something, my mama would beat their ass or whatever. And so Lil Murda was like, you always been like this? I don't mean no offense or nothing like that, but like, what are you? And so Uncle Clifford was like, I'm Uncle Clifford. What are you? So he was like, I'm what the world won't let me be or whatever. So then she was like, So she gave him some clothes and stuff like that. And Lil Murda sees the postcards and was like, you kept them or whatever? And she was like, yeah. He was like, well, which one was your favorite? And then she was like, the one that said you look beautiful in red or whatever. And so then they started talking about how, Lil Murda was like, well, you ghosted me, basically, like you wouldn't even see for me before I left, but now look at us now, whatever like that. And so she was like, I don't get hurt, I get disappointed. And so Uncle Clifford was like, well, you know, I love me some me, but you up here asking me about what am I? That's a loaded question. Like, you don't even know what you did when you asked me that question. Like, sometimes I don't understand. What she say? She said something about her star shining bright. Like, she don't understand how people, she understands how people won't let her shine bright or something like that. And she said that she understood what he did on Lil Murda night or whatever. And so he said something about people from his past or whatever. And then all we hear like this door shut. And then it's Grandma Ernestine. Like, for somebody that's blind, she took off. Because they was like, well, where the hell she go? Little Myrtle checked upstairs. Uncle Clifford came downstairs looking through the downstairs. She was gone. Like, child. I was like, well, where the hell how she moved that fast? But anyway, Terica and Mercedes, they end up stopping at a diner because Terica had to go pee. And at this point, Mercedes has like a flashback of her mama, and her mama ain't shit, okay? Like, we already knew she wasn't shit, but now we really know she ain't shit. So she has a flashback of her mama at the diner. Her and her mom sitting there at the diner and they talking. And so she was like, because I guess they ain't had no place to stay, so they was couch hopping and stuff. And so the mama was like, well, I'm a little short on a bill. Won't you, go over there and do a little something. So she was trying to pimp her daughter out to get a free meal. But when Mercedes was like, no, I got it, and was about to pay the bill, and then she saw a condom in her wallet, she started going off on Mercedes, like beating her, like womp, womp, womp in the fucking diner. But yet you was fitting to pimp your daughter out to pay for some fucking French fries and hamburgers, but you getting mad because she got a condom in her wallet? Make that make sense. So I was like, oh, this bitch really wasn't, she was really trash. Oh, okay. So then she snaps out of that or whatever. And Terica back in the car and stuff. And so Terica and them, they driving, and she chatting with the baby daddy and stuff. And he does know that, she pregnant. But he want to keep the baby. And so Mercedes like, that's what you want to do? Like, he 14 years old. How he want to take care of a baby? Like, you 14 years old. She was like, well, he can get a part-time job at Crystal's. She was like, Crystal's? You know how much Pampers cost and stuff? She was like, well, we'll figure it out. You just mad because I got somebody beside me and you don't got nobody. None of your dudes from the strip club wanted to be with you. And all. Like, Terica was going in. So then Mercedes was like, popped her in the mouth. And so she was just like, sitting there looking stupid. Child, they trying to find Ernestine. She in the goddamn woods, child. Then took off her robe, then took off her slippers, then took her bonnet off. They looking like, is she butt naked in the river? So then they get to Jackson, to this abortion clinic or whatever, and there's protesters out there, child. And then there's people with the Black Lives Matter sign. I said, what the Black Lives Matter had to do with the... Okay, well, whatever, child. And then she was like, pro-lifers gonna be pro-lifers until the baby born. Go on in there, girl. And so she looks into the crowd, and then she sees her mama, but her mama really not in the crowd or whatever like that. They get in there. Terica, 14 weeks pregnant, 14 weeks and 4 days. She was like, she really on the cusp. So she gonna make a decision. She gotta make one now. She got 24 hours to make the decision or whatever. Terica was like, well, you can't, you sure I ain't gonna get cancer? She was like, cancer? Who told you that, baby? No. But I'm gonna tell you, you might get some blood clots. You might bleed a little bit. You might do this and stuff like that. But it's the same risk that you take if you get, you had a baby and stuff like that. So she was like, oh, okay. So then we see Grandma Ernestine, child. She was trying to go into the lake. I don't know if it was just like she was trying to get baptized or baptize herself or what she was trying to do in the lake, but she was calling out her daughter's name. And so she was like, Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford like pushed her back, stopped her from doing that. She was like, if you can't let me go in the water, then bring the water to me. So Lil Murder, he puts her bonnet in the water and, fills it up and then squeezes the water on her head and stuff. And so then she ends up passing out after he does that. And then he was like, Uncle Cliff, like, her fingers is blue, dude. She was like, oh my God, we gotta get her back to the house. I said, back to the house? Y'all need to be calling 911 and get her to the hospital. Like, she is cyanotic. Like, no, her O2 stats is going down. Call the hospital. Because they kept saying they was going to take her back to the house. I'm like, no. But then I got it. When they got back to the house, they did call the ambulance. So I was like, oh my God. Because no. But anyway, back with Terica and Mercedes. Mercedes at the pool. She mad because the kids splashed. I said, Mercedes, stay mad. So then this guy, he looking at Terica. She was like, what you looking at? Oh, Kelly, she 14 years old. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. So... Then there's this girl, she's struggling with like 3-4 kids over there. She was like, look at that. That's going to be your future over there. And she was like, no, I'm going to take care of my baby. I'm going to take care of my baby because you're going to be a grandma. What you going to be, grandma, nana and stuff? She was like, I'm going to be a grandma at 30 years old. Oh, no, girl. So she was like, well, what you going to do, Terica? What you going to do? She was like, I don't know. She was like, you know what? Forget all about the churn. Forget about all this and stuff like that. Forget about the pregnancy. Forget about everybody. What Terica want for Terica? So then Terica's sitting there thinking. They finally, Lord Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford finally take her to the house and then call 911. So that's why I was like, all right, I finally get it. They called 911. They needed to get her to the house because they couldn't call 911 to the river. They be like, why she at the river, man? What's going on? So then they took her to the ambulance taking her. And she like, no, I don't want to go. I ain't going to come back. And Clifford like, look, you going to come back. I guarantee you won't come back. You won't come back or whatever like that. And so the EMT was like, look, we got to get her. Her O2 status is 85. We got to get her out of here. Excuse me, sir. And so Lil Murda was like, ma'am, it's a ma'am. I said, you better check. Okay, Lil Murda, you better check him. So then they go off into the sunset with Grandma Ernestine. She better not die. I swear they kill her. It's a wrap. Because you know they got season 3 and got signed for a season 3. I saw it. In some article, they got signed for season 3 that's going to be coming out next year, August 2023. So if they kill her off, I'm gonna be mad. I might still watch it, but I'm gonna be mad anyway. Terica and them, they all in the hotel room and stuff, and she trying to squeeze into these little jeans. Girl, stop. Now, you know them jeans you had on before wasn't fitting. Why you think the jeans you was about to put on was going to fit? Girl, stop playing with me. But anyway, she like, look, Terica, time's up. What you going to do? What you want to do? She was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. She was like, well, you need to figure out what you want to do. You going to be a mama or you not? She was like, well, you got some room to talk. You can't tell me about no mama and stuff like that. And you was never a mama to me. And so then she was like, well, nobody would let me be a mama. Nobody would let me be. My mama was real persistent. Like, I couldn't get nothing. Michelle, what's her damn mama name? Priscilla? No, that ain't it. Patrice. She was like, Patrice wouldn't let me be no mama. And I was trying to get this gym, so all I needed was to get that and stuff. You don't know what I did to be your mama and stuff like that. And so she was like, well, why you still ain't got the gym? And so she looking like, oh shit, she had to call me out like that. So then Terica run into the bathroom, she start crying and stuff, and then Mercedes look in the mirror and she see her mama in a reflection. So I said, oh girl, no, you don't want to be her because your mama is trash. Okay. So then she like, shit. So then she go over to the bathroom door. She starts talking to her. She tells her like, shit. She was like, well, did you consider having an abortion? She was like, yeah, I considered it, but my mama wouldn't let me. And sometimes the devil brings you a blessing or whatever, and you my blessing, and I love you, and I wouldn't have it no other way and stuff like that. And she come out the bathroom. She tell her like, she effed up as a mama and stuff like that. And Terica was like, you ain't need nothing to prove to me to be my mama. I just wanted you to be my mama and stuff like that. And so then she come out the bathroom, they still in the bed, and then they had like this mother-daughter moment. It was real cute and stuff like that. And so then Mercedes was like, well, we got some lost time to make up for. You want to paint your room? What color you want to paint your room? You want to paint it green? She was like, how you know? She was like, because I'm your mama. I said, oh. So cute. Anyway, we see Uncle Cliff. He in the bathroom. He in the shower, I should say, crying and stuff like that. And then she get out the shower and stuff. And Lil Murda all dressed up. He got the damn boa on. He got on some pleather pants with a thong on, doing like this strip tease. Talking about, teach me how to dance. Teach me. It was cute. It was something to get Uncle Clifford to laugh, because since he just took his grandma to the hospital and stuff like that. And he was like, dude, told me, I don't know nothing about no damn Cisco. I was going to show him. I was going to show. So you know how he do or whatever like that. And so then Uncle Clifford start crying and stuff. And then Lil Murda comforts her. And then, child, they start getting the bow, wow, wow, wow. I said the bow, wow, wow, wow. They start getting the bow, chiggy, wow, wow and stuff, child. And then he was like, before that, Uncle Clifford was like, well, put this on, the condom and stuff like that. You gotta protect yourself. And so, Lil Murda was like, no, I'm good. Cause I want to feel you all up inside of me. I said, oh, he want to be the bottom? Oh my. Cause he usually be taking action and stuff like that. Cause he had did it with Uncle Clifford first. And then he had did it with Teak. And then I said, oh, okay, Lil Murda. So, they doing it and stuff like that and whatnot. And then I said, did he say, fill me up, nigga? Oh, shit, excuse the fuck out of me. I feel like I'm invading your privacy. But I'm going to keep watching. But anyway, y'all, they finished watching Key Wow Wow. I think that was it. Okay. And so then the next day, Terica and Mercedes, they leaving the hotel or whatever like that. And of course, Terica got the same question. Well, what you think I should do? She was like, girl, I ain't going to tell you. This up to you. Mercedes threw Terica the keys and stuff like that. And she was like, Chuckalisa or Jackson, it's up to you. And so then Lord have mercy, Terica, she get in the car, and then you see her driving and stuff like that, and then you see the sign that say Jackson and the arrow pointing this way, and so then Terica puts the turn signal on and turns that way, so she going to Jackson, and then of course Mercedes smiling. So then we see Lord have mercy, if I say Uncle Murder one more time, we see Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford post-coital, and they all cuddled up and stuff like that, and I think Lil Murder had asked Uncle Clifford why she let him in. I think that's what she said. No, not she. He said to Uncle Clifford, and then Uncle Clifford was like, because you needed me and I needed you. We needed each other. Some shit like that. I think that's what they said. And so the whole time, the whole scene, I was just like, why Uncle Clifford looks so big compared to Lil Murder? Like his head looks so big. And then Murder. So that's all I could focus on in this scene. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all saw it. I'm saying, why Uncle Clifford head looks so big compared to Lil Murder? But Uncle Clifford is a big girl. She a big girl. But like she tall too. How tall is she? Because even in the scene with Lil Murder standing, I think was Ernestine in it? No, I don't think she was in the room. But even with Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford just standing beside each other, where she got flats on, she's still taller and bigger than Lil Murder. But it was just funny to me. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, Murder started crying. And so Uncle Clifford was like, just when you ready. Because it looked like he wanted to tell him like what had happened with Teak and stuff, but he not ready to kind of, talk about that and stuff. And then we see Mercedes and Lord have mercy, I was about to say Shell, Terica watching TV, and then the mama get on a commercial, her mayor commercial, whatever like that, and then T asked Mercedes, she was like, I'm gonna burn in hell. She was like, if you do, I'm gonna be right there with you. I said, oh, that's so cute. Anyway, we see Keyshawn. She folding clothes and stuff like that, and then Derek will answer the door, so knock at the door, or somebody rung the bell. It's Autumn. She at the door, child. And she like, we old friends and stuff like that. We used to work with each other and stuff. And so Autumn was like, I went by the outlets and I couldn't help but buy the baby a little gift. So then Derek let her in. Because he like, a little free shit, I'm going to let you know it. Whatever. So they in the room, her and Autumn and Keyshawn in the baby's room and stuff like that. And Keyshawn trying to get the baby to settle down and stuff. So she asked, can she hold the baby? And so Autumn hold the baby and she tell the baby this little story. So she tell the baby like this story how she was walking in the woods and a baby fell out the sky and it was her whole world. And then she met this guy who was going to build her a palace, and then she realized that the guy who was her knight in shining armor really had teeth and he was the wolf basically. And so then she was saying like she cried and she wanted to get rid of the man or get away from the man. So she was crying and she could swim, but her baby couldn't swim. Her baby drowned because she flooded the woods or whatever. And so she was like, Keyshawn was like, oh no, what is you talking about? Like, what is you talking about? So then she gave her the bag. So she opened up the bag and it looked like it was a phone in there or whatever. So she was like, look up Haley Colton. And when you ready to swim, give me a call. I said, okay, Autumn, yes. See, I told y'all I like Autumn. Because if she helped Keyshawn get rid of Derek, I'm here for it. And then if she get that $10 million for the pink, I'm here for it. I mean, like, you can't take you can't you can't rebuild history and stuff like that. But shit, you could do a whole lot with $10 million. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about it down there in them comments. If you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to my channel, along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.